Reflective practice is the process of thinking that follows an instructional event. Thinking back on a teaching experience can help teachers understand what happened and how that experience can affect their future practice. Just as we expect students to apply learning to real problems, reflecting on our real situations in the classroom allows educators to improve teaching practices. This video will review some reflection strategies to improve your teaching practice. Teaching effectiveness includes your role as a teacher and your students' roles as learners. How well did a lesson go in the classroom? Did students understand lab instructions? How do I know my students learned the material? And what is going on between students in a group? Professional growth as a teacher includes your own thoughts and feelings about being a teacher. Self-assessing and reflecting on the role of teachers and your own perspectives and emotions can help you make accurate judgments about yourself and those around you. Reflecting on teaching effectiveness means first thinking about what you did in the classroom. How did my instruction meet the goals of my lesson? What would I continue? What would I do differently in the future? Why? Were my instructions clear? How did the materials and resources contribute to student learning? What did I do for students who did not learn the information? What did I do for students who already knew the information? Did I make any changes along the way? Why or why not? Next, we want to reflect on student behavior and learning. Were students actively engaged in learning? To what extent? Do I have evidence of active engagement? To what extent did the lesson meet the diverse needs and ability levels of students? How did the classroom culture impact the lesson? And finally, we want to make sure to include evidence of student learning in our reflection. Did the students learn what I intended them to learn? What evidence do I have or will I have that this learning occurred? How can I use the results of the student assessments in future lessons or units? When we reflect on our own personal growth, we consider our own thoughts and feelings. What have I learned about myself as a teacher? How am I feeling about what happened in the classroom or lab today? How do other teachers deal with the same type of situations? What questions do I have? Let's consider some strategies we can use to effectively reflect. Journaling, whether structured or unstructured, can be one effective tool for reflecting. If you prefer a structured method, you can use a notepad that you write in each day, or simply keeping notes in the margins of your lesson plans. Jotting down notes about your own observations for a lesson or unit can help you reflect on the experience for yourself and for your students. Most of the teachers I personally know at least took notes or journaled the first couple of years, myself included. Collecting student feedback also provides an opportunity to gauge how well your thoughts will match with your students. Using formative assessment strategies, such as hand signals or exit slips, can also provide an opportunity to collect students' thoughts. You can also collect student feedback more formally by conducting a survey or sitting down and talking with one student or a group about their experiences. There are also many online formats to collect this information as well. Besides feedback, collecting the evidence of learning through student work to see how students are working towards content mastery allows you to see if your teaching is resulting in the student learning you hope it is. Consider how your formative assessments are aligning with your summative assessment. Asking a mentor or colleague to observe during a lesson or unit is another way to reflect on your teaching. Sharing your thoughts on teaching with a mentor can help you gauge your expectations. Share what you think you're doing well and what you feel is still a struggle. Ask for feedback as well as tips on strategies that work for them or for others. Another approach is for you to go observe a mentor teacher so you can witness another's teaching and note questions or thoughts you can have for further discussion. Reflecting on teaching is an important skill for learning how to become an effective teacher. Taking the time allows you to learn from your successes and challenges and to use that information for improvement.